Welcome back to KXAN Live. I'm Esmeralda Zamora, and today we're going to discuss, we're going to listen into a city council meeting. City council members are returning after summer break to discuss wildfire responses. They're also going to touch on topics like gun safety and a milestone met by our local firefighters, as well as a Disability Pride Day. It looks like they're getting started, so why don't we go ahead and listen in?
And it affects entire communities. Unsupervised and unsecure access to firearms poses a significant risk and threat for our children and youth, and that's why it's important that we all stand together and continuously work to raise awareness about the importance and efficacy of gun safety in handling and storage of firearms. Every life lost to gun violence leaves a ripple effect, creating a wave of grief and loss that touches us all. And I want to extend my gratitude to our advocacy groups, community organizations, local law enforcement, who is also here with us today, and all those who work tirelessly to promote safety and education about gun use. Your dedication is the backbone of this initiative. So I will now read a proclamation, and then we will hear a few words from our advocates. Be it known that, whereas unsecured guns pose clear safety risks, particularly to children, and whereas an average of 452 Texas children and teens die by guns every year, and gun violence costs Texas $51.3 billion every year, and whereas 4.6 million minors in the United States live in homes with at least one loaded, unlocked firearm, and studies show that between 70 and 90% of guns used in youth suicides, unintentional shootings among children, and school shootings perpetrated by shooters under the age of 18 are acquired from the home or homes of relatives or friends. And whereas educating and resourcing communities to practice safe gun handling and storage is an actionable, meaningful way to create safer homes and neighborhoods across our city, state, and country. Now, therefore, I, Paige Ellis, on behalf of Kirk Watson, the mayor of the city of Austin, Texas, do hereby proclaim August 2024 as Gun Safety Awareness Month. And we will, yes, thank you. And I will now turn it over to Lisa with Lock Arms for Life to say a few words.
Yep. Thank you very much. Again, my name is Lisa Ross, and I'm the executive director and founder of Lock Arms for Life. Our mission is to ensure that every gun is locked when not in use, and we do this to keep homes and communities safe from accidents, self-harm, and theft. You can learn more about even our organization by going to lockarmsforlife.org. Through the funding from the Office of Violence Prevention, I don't see them here right now, but I know that they're around. Oh, there we are. Thank you guys for coming, by the way. That is who our grantor is. But we have gotten thousands of locking devices into homes across Central Texas. This year, in 2024, we have put 1,400 gun locks just this year into people's hands. We partnered with APD, Dell Children's Hospital, and Safe Kids to recognize the first Austin Public Safety Fair at the Q2 Stadium. We were so excited, and it was an awesome event, and we were glad that everybody participated. I think we had about 42 vendors show up for that event as well. We reached families with educational materials and resources, and we wanted to increase safety risks during the summer. That was what our goal was. We continue to develop partnerships in healthcare, public health, education, and public safety. We are even joining a harm reduction pilot program with the Travis County jails. And this fall, we will debut our first of its kind graphic teaching safe storage novel or book to children in 3rd through 5th grade. We want to thank Councilmember Ellis, too, for always being our supporter. And this is the second year that we have done this, and we so appreciate her work. We also want to recognize you, Councilmember Alter, for the work that you do as well in making sure that we are keeping all the families safe in our community. And we want to also recognize you, too, Representative Howard, for the work that you do with the Department of Public Safety in making sure our community and our state is safe. And APD and all my friends back here, Safe Kids, I want to thank everybody for coming. I want to thank Michelle Miles, who is with the Office of Violence Prevention, not only to helping us carry our mission out, but innovate new ways to create safety here in Central Texas. At this time next year, one of the reasons that we made this such a big priority of making sure this, and I want to tell you, this is not the only city we're doing this in. We've also got proclamations in Fort Worth, Houston. We're working on San Antonio. We've got some areas even to Weatherford, some of the smaller cities in the area that will be doing it. Our goal is that the state recognizes that we have a need for this, and that next year, when during the legislative session, they will pass a bill that names August as Gun Safety Awareness Month. Thank you very much.
Did Michelle want to say a few words?
Michelle's not here.
Okay. Does anyone else want to say a few words? I think we may have an extra minute.
Sure. Come on, Donna, step in there. I always force her. You sure?
I can't say anything more than what's already been said. We are so pleased with the work that Lock Arms for Life has been doing to ensure the safety of especially our children, but anyone in the community who can get access to a gun that's not securely stored. It's been a factor in the suicides that we have, as well as in accidental deaths. And as was talked about earlier, this is the leading cause of death of children in our state. So anything that we can do that will prevent these tragedies from happening is going to really change the lives of Texans. And I can't say enough to thank the people who are doing the work every day to make this happen. So thank you.
Just because it looks like we also have some media, I just want to acknowledge that we have an item on our agenda today to extend our contract with Lock Arms for Life, and so I just want to make sure that people are aware of that if they're doing reporting. We're very excited to be able to extend this contract under the auspices of the Office of Violence Prevention.
Thank you. And this will close out our proclamation today, but I also want to say, visit the Lock Arms for Life website about resources and educational information, and also our police department has information on their website about surrendering ammunition and weapons that you no longer want to have in the house. So there are some resources available, and thank you all for joining us today. We normally kind of scoot a little bit. We'll take a group photo here. He's our director of
good.
staging. Yes.
Come on, everybody. Shauna Griffin.
All right, here we go. Breathe. Thank you.
Sorry, I missed yesterday.
I showed Allison my older one, the first one that's the mom and the daughter. And she was like, Mom, it's not like that.
Are you doing well?
Yes.
Fine job. Fine job.
And I was like, I'm a good writer. She's like, you've gotten a better one. I was like, okay, guys, you're
Fine job. You guys did a fine job.
Thank you guys for being here. I just kind of want to reiterate what we're watching today. My name is Esmeralda Zamora, and you're watching KXAN Live. The City of Austin is holding a news presser to discuss what they just discussed right now, gun safety, a proclamation making August State Gun Safety Awareness Month. And also, they will be touching on a milestone met by our local firefighters, as well as how to prepare for wildfire season that we will be seeing coming up here shortly. Also, I wanted to discuss, actually, they're jumping back in. Let's go ahead and listen in once again.
As many of my constituents in District 10 know, we are vulnerable in my area to wildfire. Much of the areas where our preserves and where people live come together in my district. We refer to those areas as the wildland-urban interface area, which I may talk about as the WUI for short. But it's not just my district. In Austin, there's a ring around our city in all directions that falls in the WUI. And Austin is one among the most vulnerable cities in the country to wildfire. We also know that wind can carry embers for miles. So all of our city, whether you're in that high-risk area or not, needs to be attentive and prepare for the wildfire threat. Those of you who have been following what we've been doing at City Council for wildfire will know that very often I talk about how wildfire is not just the problem of the fire department, it's everyone's fight. But today, our focus is on our investments that we're making precisely in our firefighters. Our firefighters need to be prepared for a wildfire, which we know on the ground is going to look and feel different than a structure fire. Today, we are here to mark a major milestone in this work. And I'm joined by three of my colleagues, Councilmember Ryan Alter, Councilmember Ellis, and Councilmember Kelly. We happen to be the West Side delegation, but the East Side is also very much vulnerable to wildfires. And we are joined today by Chief Baker and members of the Austin Fire Department who have worked tirelessly in this effort to prepare us for wildfire, as well as by ACM Mills. During the fiscal year 22 budget cycle, so back in 2021, I, together with my colleagues, allocated funding to support the program that we're celebrating today. And I want to thank AFA President Bob Nix and retired AFD Chief Randy Denzer for working with me to launch this effort. So today I am super excited to share that as of this summer, every Austin firefighter has completed the Responding to the Interface training, an advanced level of wildfire training. Austin is the largest city in the world to put all of its firefighters through the Responding to the Interface curriculum. And notably, this curriculum would not exist without the tireless work of AFA and our fire department working together with the International Association of Firefighters to actually create this training. You know, we had a need for additional training in our city, and our firefighters got to work with the association to make this happen. This program is now being used all over the world, and the lessons we've learned from rolling out this training here in Austin are helping other communities. This training includes classroom training as well as simulations, and I had the opportunity to join them out doing their training in Jester in my community. I was so impressed by how the program challenged our firefighters to understand what the differences would be when you're out there in the field fighting a wildfire versus a structure fire in Austin-specific conditions. We see wildfires across the world, but the conditions differ. Even in Austin, the conditions are going to differ whether you're on the west side or on the east side, and our firefighters need to be prepared and understand this. I am very confident that the completion of this course by all Austin firefighters is going to bolster the effectiveness of our response to wildfire, ensure better protection for our first responders, our community, and our natural resources. I'm so proud of our city's commitment to public safety and community resilience, and I'm excited to see that AFD will be supporting other jurisdictions, especially in our region, to implement this life-saving training. And we're joined today by some of the members of AFD who have been the trainers in this program, as well as members from the Wildfire Division who've been overseeing this process. So on behalf of the entire Austin City Council, congratulations and thank you. I will now read a proclamation. This is going to be accepted by Fire Division Chief Carrie Stewart. Whereas the City of Austin recognizes the significant threat posed by wildfires, particularly in the wildland-urban interface where human development and wildlands converge, and whereas Austin Fire Department personnel participated in developing the Responding to the Interface curriculum through a groundbreaking collaboration with the International Association of Firefighters, reflecting our commitment to leading innovative and effective wildfire response strategies. And whereas the City of Austin is proud to be the largest municipality to deliver the RTI training to its firefighters, thereby enhancing their effectiveness in responding to wildfires. And whereas this initiative has positioned Austin as an international leader in wildfire response training, with the RTI program now being taught and adopted by fire departments around the world. Now, therefore, I, Councilmember Allison Alter, together with my colleagues here with me, on behalf of the Mayor of the City of Austin, Texas, do hereby proclaim July 18th, 2024 as Wildland Urban Interface Training Recognition Day in Austin. Thank you. And Ms. Stewart?
Yes. Okay. If you want to.
Yes. Thank you, Councilmember Alter, and all of our city leadership for the support and the recognition for this effort. I'd like to expand on a couple of things. There's a great background for the training itself, but I'd like to recognize our instructors and the Wildfire Division for leading this effort for the last 2.5 years. Despite the factor, in addition to the shift work that our firefighters work every third day, a lot of our instructors sacrificed their Friday nights and their Monday nights for 2.5 years to help deliver this training across the Austin Fire Department. We do have some of our instructors here today, but if you can consider for 2.5 years giving up your Fridays and your Mondays to train our firefighters in this really valuable education to bridge the gap between the wildland firefighting world and our structure firefighting world, it was a great sacrifice. So I would really like to thank our instructors who are here today to help take part in this recognition. In addition to that, at the forefront of every effort, there has to be somebody kind of spearheading it and leading the charge. So I'd like to thank Captain Doug Iannelli from our Wildfire Division for keeping us on schedule, for making sure we had all of our logistics taken care of, and for truly leading the initiative to bring this to the City of Austin, to our fire department members, and therefore sharing that with our community members as well. So thank you for the recognition. Much appreciated. And thank you to all of our instructors as well.
So we're going to just do slightly over here and do a little bit.
Awesome. Thank you.
One more.
Oh.
Yeah, 7 trophies.
Yes. Where are we looking?
Thank you guys for tuning in. Now, they just wrapped up their discussion on the wildfire preparedness. I want to kind of touch base on a few things that they talked about. So, Councilmember Alter, said Austin is the most vulnerable state for wildfires. Wildfires are not just the responsibility of the fire departments, but everyone else is fight as well. Today, they kind of made a proclamation recognizing the threat by wildfires and how APD, the Austin Fire Department, has been preparing all summer long, and this new milestone that they reached. They have this new training that is recognized not only in Texas, but nationally and on a global level. They are kind of the #1 training firefighters right now who are most prepared for this season upcoming of wildfires. They wanted to share that July 18th, 2024, is the start of Wildfire Urban Training Recognition Day, which is what these firefighters kind of trained through. So the city also wanted to recognize a significant threat by wildfires and how the fire department participated in the response curriculum to lead innovative and executive wildlife response training. Well, there you have it, guys. That's kind of the things that they touched base on regarding wildfires. And if you missed the first part of the press conference, they also touched base on gun use. We had city leaders talk about a proclamation on gun safety, touching on statistics related to guns in schools, at home, and suicides, or even in school shootings, educating and resourcing the community to practice gun safety. They also raised awareness. August 2024 is now proclaimed to be Gun Safety Awareness Month here in Austin, Texas. They hope to make that on a state level through the legislature soon, making August the Gun Safety Awareness Month. They want to keep homes and communities safe from guns, and they also want to provide gun locks for everyone who wishes to have them in their home. They also wanted to mention that the City of Austin and APD has resources on their website for anyone who wishes to get rid of their guns that they have in their home or simply just get a lock for them. You can go onto their website and find all of those resources there. Well, thank you guys for tuning in, and that's kind of the two topics of conversation that they touched on this morning, and we will be back with KXAN Live if we have more information. Thank you guys.